I'm 68 years old, and what I'm about to share with you might change everything you believe about life. The truth is, almost everything we're taught about living is backwards. And the saddest part, most people don't figure this out until it's too late. I spent 45 years of my life chasing the wrong things. I thought I had life figured out, the job, the house, the achievements. But when I was 47, something happened that turned my world upside down. What I've learned in these past 21 years has completely transformed how I see everything. Let me tell you why I'm sharing this. It's not because I want to sound wise or special. I'm sharing this because time is slipping away, and there are truths you need to hear right now, not for my sake, but for yours. When I was 47, my heart stopped working properly. I was sitting in a meeting, talking about work stuff, when suddenly everything went dark. I woke up in a hospital room with machines beeping around me, and my wife's tear-stained face looking down at me. The doctors told me I was fortunate. I'd just stared death in the face, and they called it good luck. But looking back, they were absolutely right. Because lying there in that bed, unable to do anything but think, I realized something that shook me to my core. I hadn't really been living at all. I'd been sleepwalking through my own life, checking boxes, trying to make everyone else happy. And the thought that terrified me most: if I died that day, what would I have left behind? A mortgage payment, some money in the bank, a list of accomplishments nobody would care about a few years later. Here's the biggest lie we tell ourselves: there's plenty of time. I'll get to that eventually. When I'm older, when things settle down, then I'll really start living. I see people in their 20s, 30s, even 40s, and they're all saying the same things. Once I earn more, I'll be content. Once I get promoted, I'll take it easy. Once the children leave home, I'll travel. Once I retire, I'll finally do what I love. Let me save you decades of heartache. That moment never arrives. You know why? Because you keep moving the finish line. You get promoted, then you want the next level. You earn more money, then you need even more. You're always reaching for something just beyond your grasp, and suddenly you're old, wondering where all the years went. I lived this way. I spent 3 decades climbing higher and higher, only to reach the top and realize I'd been climbing the wrong mountain. And you can't go back. Time doesn't give you second chances. Here's what nobody mentions when you're young: chasing success will break your heart. I know this because I got everything I aimed for. I became a partner. I bought the dream house. Everyone respected me, and none of it filled the emptiness inside. You reach your goal, and for maybe 2 days, you feel incredible. Then the feeling disappears. You're right back where you started, hungry for the next thing, the next win, the next proof that you matter. It never ends. A close friend of mine passed away 3 years ago. He was 65, worked himself to exhaustion his whole life, built an empire worth millions, never stopped to breathe, always said he'd slow down soon. Soon came in the form of a stroke. At his memorial service, his daughter stood up and said, "My dad accomplished so much, but I wish I'd known him better." Is that what you want people to say about you? Your biggest regrets won't be the mistakes you made. They'll be the things you never did at all. I don't lose sleep over business failures or bad decisions. Those are just lessons. What haunts me are the missing pieces. The trip to Italy I postponed because work was too demanding. My relationship with my sister that I let fade away. The novel I dreamed of writing but never began. All those evenings I stayed late at the office instead of being home with my kids. These are the things that eat away at you. The chances you didn't take. The paths you didn't walk. The love you kept hidden. The adventures you skipped because fear held you back. The people in your life, your mom and dad, your siblings, your closest friends. You think you'll always have them. You won't. One day, without warning, they'll be gone. My mother died when I was 42. We'd had our difficulties over the years. I kept thinking we'd fix things when life calmed down. I kept putting off the hard conversations. That chance never came. A sudden illness took her in days, my deepest regret. All those Sunday afternoons I didn't visit. All the times I was too exhausted to stop by. All those precious moments I let vanish. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. After my health crisis, everything changed. I stepped away from the endless grind. I started refusing things that drained me. I started embracing things I'd been putting off forever. These past 21 years have taught me more about truly living than the previous 47. What really matters is almost laughably simple. Moments with the people you love, work that means something to you personally, collecting experiences, not possessions, building memories, being fully present. I know how simple that sounds. When I was younger, I would have dismissed it. Sure, but I have responsibilities, and yes, you do. I'm not suggesting you abandon everything. I'm saying don't trade what's precious for what's meaningless. Let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about it. If your life ended tomorrow, would you feel at peace with how you've lived? Not, would people be impressed? Not, did you accomplish enough? Just, would you feel at peace? If your answer is no, then what are you waiting for? What could possibly be important enough to risk your one irreplaceable life? I'm 68 years old. I've been blessed with good health since that wake-up call. But every single morning, I know I'm living on borrowed time. We all are, really. Most young people just don't feel it yet. They feel invincible. They think they have forever. You don't. I have 3 grandchildren, beautiful souls. And when I watch them, I see the same patterns everywhere today. The stress, the worry, the chase for things that can't satisfy them. They're repeating the same mistakes I made. I try to share what I've learned. I try to help them see, but they struggle to hear it. Not because they don't care, but because they're in the middle of the storm. They can't see the bigger picture yet. They think their situation is different, that somehow the rules don't apply to them. That's why I'm speaking to you now. Because maybe, just maybe, someone reading this will truly listen. Someone will choose differently. Someone will avoid the regrets that keep old people like me awake at night. Every day that passes, you're one day closer to the end. That's uncomfortable to think about, but you don't have infinite tomorrows. Neither do the people you love. Your parents, if they're still here, they're aging every single day. Sooner than you expect, there'll be memories. Your friends, your partner, your children. None of these connections last forever. So what will you do? Keep avoiding that conversation? Keep delaying that dream? Keep promising yourself you'll make time later? Or will you wake up today and live like someone who knows time is precious? Because it is. If I could sit down with my younger self, here's what I'd say. Stop trying to impress strangers. Stop destroying your health for a paycheck. Stop postponing happiness until someday. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to live. Start reaching out to your parents regularly. Start taking those trips that call to you. Start doing the scary things. Start refusing commitments that empty you. Start embracing experiences that fill you up. And most importantly, start today. Not next month, not after this deadline, not when conditions are perfect. Today. Because I promise you, the perfect moment is a myth. Life will always be messy and complicated and full of reasons to wait. But if you keep waiting, you'll wake up old and realize you waited your whole life away. I'm 68. If fortune smiles, maybe I have 10 or 15 years left. Maybe 20 if I'm incredibly lucky, probably less. And I'm at peace with that. Because these past 21 years have been the most meaningful of my entire life. Not because I made more money, because I finally started living with intention, treasuring every day, putting first things first. I've seen the places I always dreamed about, grown closer to my children and grandchildren, explored passions I'd ignored, made peace with people I'd pushed away, said, "I love you" more times than I can count. I'm happier now, at 68, knowing time is short, than I was at 30, when I thought I had forever. That's the strange truth. When you truly understand that time is limited, you finally start living. You stop wasting it. You stop postponing joy. You stop waiting for permission. You have a choice right now in this moment. You can keep going the way you're going, chasing empty goals, delaying happiness, promising yourself later, or you can wake up. Recognize that time is running out faster than you believe, and the life you've been waiting for needs to begin now. I can't make this choice for you, but I can tell you this: you don't want to be 68, looking back with a heart full of regret. Don't waste 47 years learning what I'm telling you now. Learn from what I've been through. Live with purpose. Focus on what truly matters. Stop waiting for someday. Someday is today. It always was. If this speaks to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave your thoughts below. Tell me what you're going to change. Stay connected, because I have more truths to share and my time is limited. The clock is ticking for all of us. What will you do with yours?